So last night I was laying in bed and I got a text message from Slay and he said, Mike, I'm trying to get down the West Coast scheme for League versus League. What's the best video for you for me to watch? And I said, Slay, you know what? I haven't really covered that this year. So since you are a member of my channel and have been a long-term supporter, you are going to get a week-long series. So guys, thanks to Madden Mobile Slay, we are hopping into a week-long series looking at situational play calling out of the West Coast scheme in order to help you consistently score more points and dominate your opponents in the League versus League mode. So today is the first day, so we are going to be talking all about first down. Tomorrow will be second down, then third down, and then fourth down. We're going to cover the best plays. We're going to cover strategies. We're going to cover concepts. We're going to cover everything you need to know to be a better League versus League player in this game. But first, let's take a look at what we have in the news. It looks like there is the Madden Today Mania going on, which is basically a 50% off stamina cost for live events. And then, of course, just more of the flashbacks, legacy, and just general promotion of the game. However, the one thing I noticed, it says that everything's half off, but it doesn't appear to be half off because Madden Mint is normally 20 stamina, and right now it's still 20 stamina. In fact, let's see, I have 680 stamina. Let's just see what happens here. We're just going to see what happens and see. I'm not actually going to play the live event just because that's kind of, actually, you know what? This is a super easy one. So we will play the live event real quick while I'm kind of setting it up. So the big thing that we're going to be talking about this week, guys, is going to be situational play calling. You know, it's one thing to know great plays and to use them, but it's really important to know when to use them and understanding the situation on the field. So today, first down is pretty straightforward. It's always 1st and 10 unless you have some kind of penalty. But let's see if it did in fact work. Here we go. We had 680. We have 660. It's normally 20. It did not give it half. So EA, great job with another thing broken in this game. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some drives, and we can actually look at first down and give you my thoughts, philosophy, and everything about how to approach first down. See you guys in a sec. Alrighty guys, so today we are talking all about first down, and honestly guys, my philosophy for first down is to manage down and distance. On first down, I really have one big goal: don't lose yards, and because of that, you'll see I am a big fan of running the ball on first down. So I'm going to talk about a few runs in the West Coast playbook that are absolutely killer for this, starting with halfback blast. It's a simple run to the left side of the field, and you can usually get somewhere between, 2 to 7 yards pretty consistently on the play depending on their defense. But let's go ahead and run it here. We'll take a look at how it runs, and there we go. You see, you just bounce it to the outside, and there we pick up what's that? 8 yards off the play. Let's talk about some other runs. Alrighty guys, next up we have halfback wham. I like this play. It's new to the game, but when you look at it there, you basically have your tight end going in motion to get a triple receiver set on the left side of the field, which you are then going to run to that side of the field. And the play can be done one of two ways. You can either bounce it truly to the outside by immediately cutting left, or sometimes if that side of the field gets overloaded, you'll just kind of cut it inside and go through the hole kind of between your guard and tackle, right where it appears to be going on the play. So there we go. We're going to run it here, and let's see what we get. So right there, we're just going to bounce this one to the outside. We've got a little bit of yardage to pick up there, and we pick up about 8 yards on the play. Anyways, if you pick up 8 yards on first down, guys, you are in a great spot. But my entire philosophy here on first down is I want to make sure that we never get into a third and unmanageable situation. So the target for third down is always to be 5 yards or less. If you can get to 3rd and 5 or less by running the ball safely and smartly on early downs, you are going to be in a great position to always convert. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few other runs, and then we'll talk about some passing options on first down. Alright guys, here's another safe, smart run here. We're going to go with, I believe on this one, it's going to be power O here. And as you can see, it's just an outside run. Sometimes you're going to just kind of go off tackle here. But as you see, as we run it there, we actually get hit. And that is kind of a bad outcome for a run. When you hit there and get 0 yards, but the thing is, that is so much better than a sack, guys. If you're doing something like a play action pass off of first down, and they blitz and you take a 6-yard loss and you're facing 2nd and 16, it's that much harder to get to 3rd and 5 or less. And that's why most of the time I'm going to recommend running on first down. We'll talk a little bit more about when I bend from that and when you should bend from that. But let's take a look at another run or two, and then we'll hop into some pass fundamentals on first down. All right, guys, next up here, we have another solid run, and that is strong stretch. The way it runs there, it's designed to be an outside run, and that's exactly how you're going to run it. Sometimes it's very rare, but if you have something like a corner blitz coming from that side, you may want to just cut it straight up field and just take a couple of yards up the gut. But usually you can, in fact, bounce this to the outside. There we get tripped up, but we did manage to break a tackle and break out basically 5 yards. So even if we get absolutely nothing on second down, we're in a 3rd and 5 situation. But guys, you get kind of the broad point there of what we're trying to do. There's only a few runs in the playbook that are not that great. So just avoid those. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow, where you'll see that I'll just avoid those. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about passing. When to pass on first down, why to pass on first down, and so on and so forth. So we'll go ahead and hop into that in just a sec. Alrighty, guys, so let's talk about passing on first down. First off, I never pass on first down on the first drive in league versus league. I want to see what they have as their defensive game plan for first down for at least a full drive before I decide whether I'm willing to take on the risk of passing on first down. Because there's a couple of things that you have to worry about when passing on first down, guys. One, obviously, is taking a sack. That's entirely possible if you're doing something like a solid play action play where they just blitz and come through unblocked, in which case you lose yards. You also have to contest with just the bad mechanics of the game, such as the quarterback no-throw glitch. That's where you press the button to throw the ball, and the quarterback just stares at you like a dog that, is really hungry and you don't have any food. It's just insanely frustrating, and the only way to avoid it is really to not pass. But if you see that they are not blitzing on first down, or maybe they're just, doing a run blitz or something like that, making it hard to run, and you see something to exploit, this is the time to use play action. First down and second down, I very rarely will call play action on third down or fourth down. So let's go ahead and look at it, and we're going to start with PA double post. I absolutely love this play. It is absolutely money out of the West Coast playbook because you have so many viable routes, okay? So the red route there to Juju Smith-Schuster, that is going to be the most common route that you hit. It's that post route, but the reason this play is so effective is you see you've got Juju as well as Curtis Samuel on a post route. So you have two post routes going kind of side by side like that, and it's really hard for the AI to cover both of those. One of those usually gets open. You also have a tight end route that is pretty glitchy that I'm actually going to do an entire video on this play, but for now we're just going to look at it fundamentally. And then finally, you always want to run plays that have some kind of dump off. In this case, it's Dorsett. Dorsett's kind of running almost a drag route there, and it is going to get open quite regularly. So here we go. We're going to run the play, and we'll see what we get here. So as you can see, everything's dropped back, and I am going to go ahead and lob it right there to that post route, and we're going to hit Juju Smith-Schuster for a nice, easy gain. We knew that we were not facing a brutal blitz because we played our first drive against them, and that's the time where, you know what, let's go ahead and call some passes. Let's take a look at some other first down pass options that can help you win some games. Alrighty, guys, another great option is PA slot crosses. This is a great one on first down. You've got a crossing route to your wide receiver, a crossing route going the other direction to your tight end. Those are normally the two money routes that you want to look for. You also have a scramble option where you can just roll out with your quarterback and sometimes scramble. But let's go ahead and run it here. And there we go. See right there, we have a blitz coming. Okay, so I need to throw the ball really quickly here. What I see is that we've got man coverage, a blitz coming from the left over here, and then we are going to need to just get the ball off quickly. I see that the guy who has the most separation here is the tight end, so I'm going to really quickly just lob it there to the tight end for a big pickup, and that's one of the great first down pass plays. Let's go ahead and take a look at another pass play that's going to help you score some points. All right, guys, next up out of the long pass section is X follow. I absolutely love this play because you've got deep threats and you have two great checkdowns, okay? So you've got essentially a post route being run by your tight end where he's running up there and then kind of cutting across the middle of the field, and you have a streak to your wide receiver that's all the way on the right side of the field. However, to your slot receiver and your halfback are both running essentially shallow drag routes, which are phenomenal dump-offs. Because remember, the goal of first down, don't lose yards, pick up yards if you can. So ideally, we're trying to get to 3rd and 5 or less, or just simply avoid third down altogether. So let's go ahead and run this and see what we get here. So as we run it there, what do we see? We see cover 2, which when you see cover 2 with this play, you are just golden. Because what happens is you have your safeties that split very wide to the side, and look at the middle of the field. It's wide open. Now, what do we know? We know that the wide receiver, the A wide receiver, is going on a post route. So when you see cover 2, just sing praises because you are about to get a huge chunk of yards. As you see right there, we take that up and we are inside the goal line. Let's take a look at some other options on first down. All right, guys, the next play we're going to talk about is slot 2 buck. It's very similar to X follow in that you essentially have a deep post route, a streak route, and then some dump offs. You also have that same in route coming from the left side of the field. But guys, when you're throwing on first down, I want to be very, very clear about this. Regardless, and this is something that fundamentally will work even if you're using a scheme other than West Coast. Look for those deep plays, but don't go with something that only has deep plays. Something like Hail Mary is an absolute no-no. Reason being is you don't want to lose yards, and obviously you don't want to throw an interception. And having a safe check down where you can throw the ball and just get a few yards off of it is perfect. So here we go. We're going to run the play, see what we get. And right there, what do we see? We have cover 4. We know we have cover 4 because our 2 safeties drop straight back and our corners are dropping back. So you've got 4 deep blue zones there. What does that mean? It means we are going to completely ignore the deep routes there. Too many guys in the area. However, because they are doing cover 4, what do we see? We see our check down, which is the wide receiver, is wide open. So we're just going to hit him there, and look at that. Nice and easy, 8-yard gain off the play. Absolutely no risk, and no risk of interception, no risk of losing yards. So using plays that have the option of the deep threat, but a safe check down is absolutely one of the things that I would live by on first down. Let's take a look at something else. Alrighty, guys, next up is verse wheel stop. We'll talk about this play here, why I like it. Once again, it's not as good as Seattle was from last year, which is not in the West Coast base playbook, but it is very similar. But what you have here, you have 3 deep routes, and then you have 2 check down routes. One of them is going to be a pretty deep check down route where you're going to go out, about 12 yards or so on a curl. And then, of course, the halfback kind of running out into the almost a drag route there. But we'll go ahead and run it here and show you kind of what the reads are, where they break down, and what we see. So there we go. What do we see? We see dropping into coverage. We've got another kind of cover. It actually looks like a cover 3 situation there. And what do we have? Everybody's covered except for our check down. So what are we going to do? We're just going to hit our check down, guys. Don't be afraid to hit your check down, because there we go. We picked up almost the entire 10 yards just by hitting the check down. And if you can get 9 yards on every play, guys, you're unstoppable. So there it was. No risk, no chance of throwing the interception. That's like the biggest way that you're going to lose points, guys, is throwing interceptions, forcing throws. Look for the guy who's not being guarded at all. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have somebody who's completely left alone. You just have to do your job to find it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop it right there and not go too much further into it. I could break down like every play in the West Coast playbook, but that would make this video insanely long. But remember, guys, bring it down. Run the ball. Running is the safest approach on first down. On drives 2 or 3, if you've noticed that they really did a great job of shutting down the run on first down, look for something with safe check down routes where you know you're going to be able to pick up chunks of yard. There's a lot of short pass plays that you could use. But of course, using something that has home run potential is also a great option on first down, such as the PA double post. Against cover 2, you can get huge chunks of yards. But guys, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite play is on first down. Let me know if you play things differently. And then tomorrow, guys, we're going to look at all of the different situations on second down, whether it's second and short, second and medium, second and long, or even second and a mile if you just decided that you didn't want to, pay attention to what I talked about today and decided that you just wanted to take like a 15-yard sack on first down and you're facing second and 25. All is not lost if you follow safe, smart play calling from that situation, which we will cover tomorrow. But anyways, I love you guys. Drop a like, drop a comment, share it with your league mates. And as always, let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.